We are back at HHN 34 on a Tuesday. Now, you could be going, wait, Scott, Tuesday? Does HHN run on Tuesdays now? Well, this week it does. Normally it runs Wednesday to Sunday, but for some reason this week, there must be some event or something, we are going Tuesday, what are we at? September 16th. It's on a Wednesday, not on Thursday, and then back on a regular track. So we were gonna come see how a Tuesday is for HHN, but it's also raining tonight, so that could change things too. Let's go see the crowd levels on an odd night of HHN 34. Okay, it seems like the rain has potentially is stopping, which is a good sign. Now let's see how the event is. We're getting here a little later than normal. It's about 9 o'clock, so we didn't come for Stay and Scream. Let's see what some of the houses are at. Okay, I don't know how clear you can see it on the screen, but we still got some long waits. 110 for Jason, 100 for Terrifier, 5 nights was over 100. Yeah, okay, the crowds are pretty decent on a Tuesday night. The nice thing about rain is that it usually means lower crowds. The bad thing about rain is it usually means there's no scare actors in the scare zones. So given that it's just very lightly spitting right now, we'll do a walk around and see what the vibe is in the park. Tonight is Ryan and I's 6th night here at HHN 34. So what does that mean to us? Well, it means we don't have to rush through anything. On our first night here, we managed to get all 10 houses done. On our second night, we watched both Nightmare Fuel and Hauntofonic, the Lagoon show. So every night now is just a bonus. We'll do houses that we want to do, we'll wait when we want to wait, and not wait when we don't want to wait. And so in saying that, the first thing we're going to do right now is go get food. Are we gonna get cool themed food? No, we are probably gonna go to Minion Cafe. We have never eaten here before, so we got the steak and cheese rice sandwich, whatever it was called. Got the Minion tots for one, the banana chips for the other. When the burgers came, we're like, what the hell is this? And it is a little mini pipette with cheese in it, which is kind of neat. Let's see how it is. That's pretty good, actually. I like it. I'm here for it.
Does it taste like Arby's?
Better than Arby's. Better than Arby's. And I love Arby's. All right, let's try a Minion tot too. I mean, it's good. It's just a tot, a Minion-shaped tot. How could you go wrong? And a banana chip. I've never seen them cut the long way before. They're good. They almost have like a salt on them or something to mix with the, I guess, sweetness of a banana. It's pretty good in here. Okay, dinner eaten. Now we're good to go. Now you could be thinking, you idiot, why didn't you go to any of the themed food booths around HHN instead of just stopping off at Minion Cafe? Well, since this is our 6th night, we actually have had a bunch of different options. And one thing we've never actually done is eaten at Minion Cafe, so why not try it right now? Let's see what's down the alley in New York. It is kind of ominous. It's spooky down here. Oh, they got a food booth. I think last year they had the A Quiet Place food booth down here. This time, I think it's just themed to basically the Toxic 20s, it looks like. Which makes sense because it leads us right out into the Toxic 20 scare zone.
Get away with bags full of cash. Stay tuned for further updates.
The rain has obviously stopped enough. The scare actors are back out in the scare zones, and they really bring them to life. It's cool to see them. I didn't know if I would like the Toxic 20 scare zone. I haven't been a huge fan of the scare zones that have been in the New York section of the park over the last few years, but this one's fun. Cool sets. I really like the costumes. There's the one mutant that we just saw with like the giant neck. He's got these growths on him. They're very cool this year. I really like it. Yeah. Club Horror is actually a pretty fun addition to this year as well. Kind of the same as with the New York Scare Zone. The last few Scare Zones that have been in San Francisco have been definitely not the best, especially like last year's Blumhouse Scare Zone that had so much potential and all it was just a glorified, crappy photo op, honestly. When they announced Club Horror this year, I personally wasn't too excited because I like my Scare Zones to be scary. But that's fun. It's such a fun area of the park right now. It's almost a little break from the scares, but it's your own little mini club inside the park. I'm here for it. I would rather this definitely than the Blumhouse Scare Zone we had last year, that's for sure. Well, we're walking down the bridge between London and Springfield. We got, if you can hear it behind me, Nightmare Fuel going off. On the other side, we got Hauntophonic playing. We think we're gonna go check out Dolls. We haven't been on that one in a while, so let's go for another run through. Okay, looks like we got a little bit of a wait here for Dolls. 50 minutes it said. We'll see if it actually is. It's moving pretty good actually already. So the story behind Dolls Let's Play Dead is that we are toy-sized. We are entering the dollhouse of a sadistic little girl, and she tortures her toys. And as we enter the dollhouse, we are going to be haunted by some of her tortured creations. It's a super fun house. I would relate it to Major Sweets. Was that last year or 2 years ago? It's more fun than scary, but there are some good scares in it. We actually had this house all to ourselves a couple nights ago, and that made it even better. So I'm excited to go through it again at peak time. It's 10 o'clock right now, so there should be all of the scare actors in. It should be a good run through. And it looks like we're almost at the front. It's had a 50-minute posted, that's 5-0, and we've actually only waited about 20 minutes. Looks like another probably 5 to 10, but still, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
We saw the Nightmare one.
Dolls is such a fun house. That one is just a good time. One thing that's cool about Dolls as well, it has a couple interactive elements in it. So when you're walking through the house, if you see a button lit up, you can actually press it, and that means something will happen in the house. So if you're going through Dolls, there's one big blue button right at the entrance. There is a little button beside a electric razor, and there's a button beside what looks like an Easy Bake Oven. So if you see those going through the house, press them and see what happens. All right, one thing that Ryan has always had his eye on was that pumpkin pillow that you get from playing the Sideshow U game where you have to break the balloons. Neither one of us are very good at these games, but we might try it out and see if we can win it this time. Ryan and I suck at throwing, so we're always nervous to play those games, but look who manned up. Ryan got his pillow. There we go. Whatever else happens tonight, it's already a successful night. We got the cat lady doing her show over there. It is very cool. We've seen it before though, we'll let people watch them. Who's this? Don't eat me. One other thing that's super cool this year is they added this little mini haunted walkthrough. So cool, so fun that they put this in here. Such an awesome addition to the Central Park Scare Zone to have it expand out here on your way, kind of in front of animal actors. You got the cat lady house behind me, the little walkthrough, and then obviously if you go down the path over there, that's the walkway leading up to the house. The Central Park Scare Zone is always our favorite, just because of the close proximity of the walkway, but this year they just totally outdid themselves. The pumpkins in the trees, the fog, the cool cat costumes. It is so good. Here's one of the brand new street experiences this year. Mel's Dying Zombies. Mel's Dying is such an iconic part of Horror Nights. It's so cool that they actually incorporated it with some zombie servers walking around, giving you their delicacies. Now let's take a walk through Masquerade Dance with Death. This scare zone is based off vampires. Masquerade vampires. It's funny, I love vampires, but Halloween Horror Nights has kind of sullied them for me over the last few years. I know a lot of people have liked like the Vamp 69, Vamp 85 scare zones. Personally, I like my vampires to be scary, so I didn't really like those scare zones. Masquerade Dance with Death here is awesome. I love the scary vampires, the cool costumes, the masks, all of the sets they have are very cool. It's a good return to form for Halloween Horror Nights. I heard there was Hamikuma merch, but I didn't know where it was, but it's hiding here in 5 and Dime. If you don't know who Hamikuma is, I believe he was an icon in Halloween Horror Nights Japan. If not an icon, he was a character featured there. And he has made his way to Universal Orlando with, what do we got here? Buttons, looks like kind of spirit jerseys, the very cool popcorn bucket. We got some headbands, this cool hat that I would love to buy, but I would obviously never wear it anywhere else, so maybe I don't need it. And a little, I don't know what that is, little side bag, little coin purse. Some very cool merch for Hamikuma, getting some love over here in America. One thing I especially love about this year's HHN is the return to a scare zone right at the entrance here. I remember in 2019 when this was like the Neon Arcade, I can't remember the actual name of it, but it was such a cool zone. So it's so nice to have something back in this area. Right now they have these little facades with sculptures of all of the IPs coming to this year's event. So we had WWE and Fallout behind. Here we have Jason. We have Five Nights at Freddy's. And right behind this other middle piece of decor, we got the main man, Art the Clown himself, who gets his own little podium, either at the beginning or end of the stair zone, whichever way you're entering it. This house over by the stage here is El Artista. So you can see from the video here, the line can get quite long. Right now it's saying 45 minutes. I bet it's even shorter than that. We'll see. A lot of people have this one high on their lists. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the facade's very cool, especially the entrance facade. It is the big manor that Sergio, the artist, lives in. Is very cool, but the house itself, I don't find that scary. And we've been on this one twice so far, and both times it's been okay, but maybe this third time going through at a prime time will knock it up the list a little bit. So the story behind this house is Sergio, the artist, needed some inspiration, so he moved into this old decrepit manor to paint some of his pictures. Little did he know that the manor was haunted, and now his pictures come to life to haunt him and us as we walk through the house. Going through the houses during prime time is so worth it. The lines can be long, although this one wasn't too bad. But to have every single scare actor out there, that was our third run through of El Artista, and there were some scares in there that we hadn't seen before. Like this one with a gargoyle, I won't ruin it for you, but that was super cool. That was our best run through of this house. It definitely raised it up my list a little bit. And so the line set a 45-minute wait, it was actually only 25 minutes. That's pretty good. One new thing that's here as well this year is this interactive Medallion quest. So I heard about it before, but I honestly didn't look into it because I figured we would be busy with houses. But tonight we are going to check it out. I'm not exactly sure what it is yet, so we'll figure it out together. But I do know when you complete these things, you get these cool cards that obviously have to do with some of the houses of scare zones this year. So let's see what we can collect tonight, and we'll show you what we get by the end of the night. All right, the first stop for the Medallion quest says to go to the Mummy, so I don't know if that means the Mummy the Ride, or the Sahara Traders gift shop, which has part of the tribute store in it now, so let's find out. Okay, it is right beside the Mummy. If you go just to the left, there's this thing that says the Backlot Club. You have to tap your card to the reader, and then it'll fill you in on what's next. I scanned my card on my phone, and it registered that I scanned it. I'm not quite sure what to do next. It says to go check the Backlot Club, so I did that through the app, and I know at the 5 and Dime there's like a check-in place, so we're gonna go check in at 5 and Dime and see what we get. It's funny, there's certain areas of the park at Horror Nights that are just so busy, so congested, and then you turn down certain streets and you have the place almost to yourself. It's kind of nice to have these areas that aren't themed, just for a little chill moment before you go back into the hectic horror atmosphere. So we made it back to 5 and Dime. You have to bring your Backlot Club thing to the people at the counter. They will take you through what you have to do, and then you kind of get these cool, I don't know what you call them, trading cards almost. So each week you get a different one. We managed to pick up the 3 that have been through so far. So we got a little demon guy from, I believe that's Grave of Flesh. We got Sergio from El Artista. We got Moneybags Moretti from the Toxic 20s. This is super cool. Kind of sucks we won't be able to pick the rest of these up because these are awesome. We love having these as collectibles. That's so cool. I love when Horror Nights adds little cool elements to each year. Some years we had things like the Megan Horde. This year we have the cool street experiences and this interactive game. It's just stuff to make the event just a little bit more fun too. If you're only going for one night, do you have to do them? No. If you're focusing on the houses, you just plow through the houses. But for people like ourselves that have been here for 6 nights already, or obviously people that live here that come almost every single night, it's cool to have these other elements that you can play around with when you're at the event. Well, it's 12:30 now on this Tuesday, or I guess I should say Wednesday morning, and the crowds are starting to thin, it looks like. The wait times are going down, so we're gonna go see if we can get on Hatchet and Chains. Instead of 15-minute wait, let's go see if it's still like that. Right now we're walking the proper way through the Cat Lady Scare Zone. So what the story is at the beginning of the Scare Zone, it's just normal kids in Halloween costumes, and as you go through, you can see they're starting to transform. The cat lady has poisoned them. And as you move your way through the zone, the cats start to come out. And at the end of the scare zone here, you can see they have the cat lady's house, where she lures the children in to give them her poison, to turn them in to her cat creations.
Yes, I hear you, Marcus. Yes, I hear you too, my beautiful Gwendolyn.
It's such a fun, cool scare zone, and I like that it has a cohesive theme throughout. I mean, I don't mind the scare zones that are just one timeline, we'll say, but it's cool that this one evolves as you travel through it. Now, as we walk through Springfield, the nice part about here too is that they brought the chainsaw clowns back, which is awesome. Last couple years, there's been quiet areas of the park, whereas this year it really feels like every area has something to enjoy. Okay, Hatchet still shows a 15-minute wait. Let's see. The lineup goes all the way out to the Simpsons queue. I think this seems a little bit longer than 15 minutes, but we'll see. Okay, the line looks really long, but 15 minutes will actually probably be pretty accurate. If not actually, maybe even less. Hatchet and Chains actually comes from last year's Slaughter Cinema 2 house. It was one of the mini movies featured there. So what it is Hatchet and Chains are demon bounty hunters, and we get to enter this Old West town where they are there trying to round up these weird lava demons. So we get caught in the middle of their little battle. Hatchet and Chains is a super fun house, but it's crazy how different your experience can be whether you hit the scares or not. So we have gone through that house where it was basically just the two of us. Literally, no one in front of us, no one behind us. We got every single scare, and that has put it very high up on my rankings list. Whereas this run through though, I got a couple scares. Ryan was behind me and got almost no scares. It's still a cool house. You still get to like see some of the costumes and the sets, but it really does change your experience going through the house. Now that we're getting into Power Hour, and on a Tuesday, this is really when you'll see the line start to die down. Don't use this right now as a good representation of that, as Nightmare Fuel just got out. So we have hundreds of people coming out of one area at once. Once we get past here, it'll be a little quieter again. We made it out of the Nightmare Fuel mess. We are on our way to Jason. Jason, Terrifier, and Five Nights at Freddy's are the busiest houses this year. They always have huge waits, so the best time to do them is kind of right now. We are just past 1 a.m., so we are going to sneak in there. The line still says 55 minutes. I doubt it's that long. I'm kind of hoping it follows the pattern of some of the other houses we've been on tonight. We'll see. Back in Club Horror. They got 3 dancers throughout here. It's funny though, they used to have these, I don't know, dancing sticks that they moved with. Sorry, maybe you couldn't hear me there. The 3 dancers used to have these sticks that they danced with, but they didn't have them tonight. I wonder why. I wonder where they went. It's funny how you come to this event and you just think it's this smooth running machine, which, I mean, it is, but things change throughout the event. This is only I think this is the start of week 4, and there's already a bunch of different things from when it started. You know, they kind of iron things out to make sure it runs even smoother. Halloween Horror Nights is the only time that Ryan and I will go into the Fast and Furious queue. For as much as we come to Universal Orlando, we have actually never ridden Fast and Furious. We've done it in Hollywood as part of their tram tour, and it is the exact same ride. It's probably better in Hollywood. It fits in better with the tram tour. Having it as its own standalone attraction, we have never felt the need to subject ourselves to this ride. Now, with Rip Ride Rocket going away, there is a big rumor that a Fast and Furious coaster is going to be coming. Hollywood is getting their own Hollywood Drift Fast and Furious coaster. People are saying Universal Orlando could be getting New York Drift. I could see some validity to that rumor. And if that happens, then Fast and the Furious is going away, and we will get a brand new attraction, which we will all be thankful for. Okay, it's saying 45 now. The line over there looks long. We'll see if it's true. But this is one of the best houses, if not the best, so let's see how it is. The lines have looked deceivingly long, but we're actually moving at a pretty quick pace. We're finally in the Fast and Furious queue. There's not much more after this, so it said a 45-minute line. It's probably going to be less, as the rest of the houses have been tonight. So, what a good night. So the lore behind Jason Universe is that it's not based off just one Jason film. Like, it's not just the first Friday the 13th or something. This isn't fully confirmed, but the reasoning is probably because they couldn't get licensing for just one certain movie. So it's kind of a plethora of the Jason movies. You'll see different Jasons from different movies in throughout the house. It hits certain iconic scenes, which is very cool. But it's just a fun Jason Voorhees-filled house. Oh, Jason is just so good. If you came last year to HHN 33 and went through the Insidious house, this one almost rivals that. Oh, there's like a first half and a second half to this house, and the second half just takes it to a whole other level. If you're here for the scares, Jason will scare you. It is the best scary house at this year's event. And just like the other houses, it had a 45-minute posted wait, and it was actually only 20 minutes. I don't know what they're doing tonight, but they are just firing people through these houses. So coming on a Tuesday has been a great experience so far. We are loving tonight. Let's go check out Toxic 20s again. We're here with Kate and Antonio from Dreams in the Bag on Instagram. So they did the Unmasking the Horror tour earlier this morning, and they went through 6 of the houses, and so they've been kind of filling us in on some of the hidden details behind some of the houses. And it's just so great to hear how much Universal Creative puts into these houses. Like, there's so many details that you would never see just walking through, but the care that they put into to make these houses as immersive as possible is just top-notch. It is what brings this event to a whole other level above anything else. It is crazy to be at this end of the park and seeing there is no more Rip Ride Rocket over here. They have fully removed this side of the coaster. The rest is probably coming down pretty quick. It is so weird to not have it in the skyline right now for Halloween Horror Nights. We have time for one more house tonight. It's about 1:45. Let's go do Terrifier. Ending with Jason and Terrifier sounds like a great way to end this Tuesday night. It says 60 minutes. If it follows the same pattern as what we've gone through with the rest of the houses, it'll probably be half that, which is fine by me because we're getting close to 2 a.m. and we need to go to bed. Well, it looks busy, but same thing. Jason looked busy, Hatchet and Chains looked busy. We will see how quick we can fire through this Terrifier line back here. It's been weird how they've done the soundstage lines this year. Normally, they obviously use these sound stages for the houses, but the lines have been different. But with the removal of Rip Ride Rocket, they've had to manipulate how you get to the backstage area of the park here and how they organize the lines. So it's a bit of a schmozzle compared to normal years. It works though. Once you get used to it, then you're fine. It's not the easiest to move about, but I mean, what are you gonna do? The Terrifier queue is also one of the only queues that is fully outdoors this year. Every other queue seems to either be in the sound stages or under a tent or in the queue of a ride. So this is the only one that you get some fresh air or sun or rain, depending on what the weather's like. And the short wait strike again. Said 60 minutes, it's only 25 minutes. That is crazy. We're just about to enter Terrifier. Terrifier this year is kind of a combination of the 3 Terrifier movies. So you'll see some of Art's best kills from each movie. This house is, well, terrifying. It is one of our favorites. Art the Clown is just such an interesting character. He's so cool in terms of a horror icon. So we're gonna go walk through this one and then we'll be calling her a night. What a way to end the night. Terrifier is such a good house. So many good scares. We chose the dry end this time instead of the wet ending, and still very scary, but at least we're not walking out with water dripping off of us. Well, for a night where we showed up at about, I think it was 8, maybe it was even 9 o'clock, we still got 5 houses done, and it's not like we were rushing or anything. Every single line tonight was way less than what it was posted at, almost even half of what the posted wait time was, which is awesome. Tuesday night may be a great night to come. Too bad this is the only one this season. After this, it goes back to the Wednesday to Sunday schedule. But it was fun to be here on a Tuesday, and staying till close, hitting up Power Hour definitely makes it worth it. We got both Jason and Terrifier done, 2 of the most popular houses this year. So, a successful night overall. Now it's time to make our way out of the park and get to bed. What a great night we had on a Tuesday. This was so much fun. Thank you guys for coming along. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you want more HHN, Universal, and Disney content, please consider subscribing to our channel and follow us on Instagram at Canuck Park Hopper. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the fog.